In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to create a hyperlapse video like this, taking less than 20 photos using Lapse. So first, open the app and click the big blue plus sign, and this will start a new project. We have our grid enabled, so if you scroll down at the bottom bar there beside those clock icons, you can enable the grid. So we have ours centered, and what we're going to do is always have the phone underneath that grid point. I'll show you in a second. First, we're locking our exposure and white balance. I did lock my focus for this. I didn't mean to, so I actually recommend leaving the focus unlocked so it can adjust as you move forward and back, and it can focus on your subject. So as you can see, I took the first few photos. I'm taking a little step forward between each photo, and you can see the phone is always under the grid. I actually have the ghost feature almost completely turned off. It's there very faintly, because we're not going to use that to line up the object. We're just going to use this grid here. Again, you can choose what you want your focus point to be. For this particular hyperlapse, we're zooming in and then we're zooming back out. Another thing is I am keeping the steps pretty similar distance between each step. So I'm not taking a little small step and then a huge step. I'm doing the same distance step between each shot, and that'll give a very smooth motion effect. So it looks like it's not like jolting forward quickly if you took a big step. So we're almost done here. Once it's done, I pull out the player. It's going to play very slow. So I'm going to increase the speed right away, see how it looks. Great. As you can see, it just keeps playing forward. What I'm going to do next is, can't really use the timeline editor when boomerang's enabled, so I do plan to boomerang this in the end, but for now I am going to, because I need to still make some edits, I just disabled it. And I want to create a bit of a freeze at the beginning, at the end. So what we're going to do for that is I'm going to duplicate it to the next frame so it duplicates right after versus adding to the end of the project. Back to boomerang, and let's see how it looks. Awesome. From here you can adjust it. You can, add brightness, adjust the contrast. If you need to crop it or anything or add music, you can do that here. Otherwise, this is good to go. I'm adding a bit more of a freeze here. That's why I'm adding a duplicate, that one frame, and let's see how it looks. Love it. The beauty of creating hyperlapses with Lapse instead of like a hyperlapse or time-lapse feature on your iPhone is you can use that grid and really line up your object to that center focus point or wherever you want the focus point to be in between each shot. So, it's not moving or wiggling around as you're moving and walking backwards. I know I almost tripped on some blocks, so it really allows for that super smooth motion because everything's lined up nicely. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us out. And don't forget to follow us on YouTube and social media so you can be the first to know when we release new tutorials.